I'm just gonna hit record and we're gonna get going. Also, funny you should say a bacon beach because I'm waiting on breakfast. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth chapter, the fourth and final disc of Legend of Dragoon. I'm not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna get right into it. Whoo boy, chapter 4. The biggest mixed bag of all of the entire game. Chapter 1 was yes. Chapter 2 was okay, it's got a couple of spots I don't like. Chapter 3 was just like ugh. Chapter 4 is I like this, and 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 this. And yeah, that didn't like me because I just unplugged my TV. Wonderful. Just my TV. Nothing else. Oh, that means I have to kneel down onto the wet floor. Wonderful. So I'm going to keep my mic on while I do this. I'm just not going to wear it. But, yeah. So, reason for the Snippy Wolf warning to be off. Flooding. That's what I'll just go ahead and tell you. Maybe it's still a bit right here. Yeah, it's still storming here, and it's still. Yeah, well, that wouldn't have been an issue anyway, Beach, because laptop. But yeah, you got a point there. Shoot. Probably grab something. I'll lay it down. I mean, technically, I don't. Elbow got wet. Not much, but it got wet. Okay. Well, I'll put it to you like this, Rexor. I hate flooding. And the Snippy Wolf warning is basically just a precaution at this point. Right. I'll just go ahead and I will be super honest. Just a precaution. Flooding. I'll go ahead and I'll just sum it right up. Yeah. Waking up late and flooding. That's actually why I'm an hour late. So. And then immediately, as soon as I start, I knock over one of my cups and turn off my TV. Oh, plus Compass might be dragging me out early too. I was already intending for this to be a short day, so it was like, oh. Anyways, as I was saying, so chapter 1 of Legend of Dragoon, amazing, awesome. I have like no complaints whatsoever, ever, about chapter 1 of Legend of Dragoon. As you saw, I had so little to complain about. There were no story negatives in the entirety of Disc 1, and I stand behind that firmly. There are no negatives in the first quarter of this game. Absolutely. Story-wise, I should say. Pretty sure we came up with a couple of gameplay things. But yeah. PS1 was a good system. I know. I'm just playing around. Yeah. I get it. That's why, yeah, she's just as frustrated as me. That is my sister. So, yeah. So the only two negatives that Disc 1 full on added that I didn't front load was arm blocking confusion and the War God calling. And then, of course, the hero competition, Dart versus Lloyd 1v1. And the item inventory if you want to get technical. If you want to get technical on my ass. So, roughly 5 negatives even on the gameplay. That's honestly kind of impressive, especially considering I was praising the gameplay constantly because of, because Disc 1 is where we're introduced to the addition system. Disc 1 is where we're introduced to the Dragoon system. Disc 1 is where the power progression curve starts really showing itself. Okay, real talk. I'm curious what the score of Sky 1 is going to be after we audit it. I really am now. Because Legend of Dragoon was always the one where I was like, yeah, I saw that, Raxor. It's the Japanese trailer. Yay! But Sky 1 is Sky 1, the audit of Sky 1 specifically, is one I'm actually curious about because I always thought of Legend of Dragoon as just, it's okay. But then I went through it with fine-tooth comb, and I was, in Season 1, and I was like, this is actually really good. Now look at it. Like... Really? Well, you might hate my, you might hate both the original version and my audit of Sky 2, then. Oh, first chapter. Sorry. But, you know what? It's always been the middle of the pack for me. Yeah, sorry. I misread your statement. I apologize, Raxor. Like I said, I just woke up. And immediately had to deal with flooding. So again, that's why I'm just taking a precaution and putting the Snippy Wolf warning up, because I don't want to take chances with that. I like to warn people when I'm in a bad mood, and I'm not in like a really particularly bad mood. It's just I'm in a flooding basement. But yeah, no, Sky 1, it'll be interesting to see after I've audited everything where Sky 1 lands. Because as it sits, it's like, well, okay, I'll put it to you this way. Let's remove Cold Steel 2 from the equation. I've said that so many goddamn times at this point that basically as soon as BJ's done torturing me with Elden Ring, I should just audit the goddamn Crossbell and Cold Steels already. Heady, Except that would also mean delaying the Star Ocean Marathon again, and I'm like, do I really want to do that? But yeah, no, because again, I keep bringing this up. I want to audit Cold Steel 2. It's like I'm a broken record for that. We could do that, because actually I suggested doing that all the way back when we did Daybreak. Hey, game I want to do, game I get paid for, yeah, instead of as a block. I guess I just mentally think of them as story arcs. So that's why I didn't want to do that. That's actually why I want to do the Sky Trilogy in one nice big block. Because I don't want to sit there and wait until they remake, or possibly, with no guarantee that they're going to do it, wait until they remake Sky 2 before I audit Sky 2. I adore Sky 2. Sky 2 is probably going to be... I am probably going to be the most nitpicky when it comes to the Sky 2 remake, if they make it. Yeah. Tokyo Xanadu would absolutely be a thing. Actually, that's a good question. Let's check Tokyo Xanadu. Xanadu. Let's check Switch. I'm assuming you would want I'm assuming you would want the EX Plus version on Switch. Raxor. Good morning, Echo. Well, okay then. Wow, getting the North American version is cheaper than importing it from Europe. That's wild, because that's usually the other way around. Oh, cough, cough. Of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, cough, cough. Let's hold off on... Okay, before I decide any of that, let's check my funds. Let's see where I am on my funds. Okay. You know, that could be. That absolutely could be, Raxor. I didn't even think of that. I wasn't even gonna touch politics because I didn't even think of it. Fun fact. But yeah. So yeah, let's just go ahead and order the entire bundle of stuff that I am doing. Place. There we go. There we go, Raxor. $45, and we will do Tokyo Xanadu, blah blah blah. EX. Okay, yeah, that's a little odd. Why is OC OC mode you practically homeless? That's weird. Yeah, I know. I know it is reality, and I think that's kind of why I didn't mentally jump to it immediately. Was just I have kind of sadly accepted it as reality. But yes, I have placed that order. We are good. Uber. There we go. Yeah, I know the controversy surrounding Uber. I don't care. Skip is not working for me, so we're using Uber. Yeah, for me it does. Yeah. For everybody but me, for me, Skip is perfectly fine. I know because I have accepted skip orders at work. Also, notice how freaking stupidly fast that was when it was switching discs. That's why disc switching is not a negative in this version. We'll show off why initially I gave it. Oof! Oh god, the classic Freaky Friday scenario. Oh god damn it. That is always is creepy and awful. Let's ignore the fact that it shouldn't work that way. I'm totally beaten. I mean, we came all this way and we cannot go back. Yes, we did. No need to return. The city of Winglies, Rose said, is just over there. What was it called, Ulara? I hope we can find out what we should do there. I hope so, too. Alright. Oh, jeez. It's a whole smorgasbord of people. Oh, I had a... You know what? Get into it. Take me into a fight. I paused to look up something and then I got into a fight. So... The Death Frontier is another example of enemies are infinite. Yeah, Cool Boogie is what I need. Oh, god damn it. So, the sandworms are basically the enemies you want to practice your additions on. If you're going to... If you're like me and you decide you want to sit in this place, which I usually do. They have a decent high HP and they never counter. They never counter your abilities. So, cool. I need to go into here. I think I put it in here. Give me a sec here. Gotta go through the entire folder. To see if I've got the thingy. That's not the thingy I was referring to, phone. I don't know why you would think I would be referring to you running low on battery. I'll put it on the charger in a moment. Ah, damn it. Ah, here we are. There we go. I knew I had a Death Frontier map. So, the gimmick of of the Death Frontier is this. Specific areas contain specific items. So the idea here is to not fall into ones that will lead you nowhere, but lead you to items that you actually want. Thank God the ground was not hard. Who could imagine there was a place under the ground in the desert? For which one? For what game, Beach? Sorry, I was looking something up, and so I wasn't paying attention to chat. I apologize. If Glacier will help Neko, go for it. Oh, PS5. That's actually why I'm able to gain trophies on this version, because this is the PS5 version. It's completely identical, and you get both versions when you buy it on PSN, so... Yay! 2 platinum trophies. Just for playing through the game once and 100%ing it. I'm not even joking about that. It must be a cavity created but when the water dried up. The world is going on without knowing anything, without knowing until the end. I wonder if this little world has experienced an end like that. It's not determined yet, but that our world will end. That's true. We are still here. I didn't know if that... I don't think that's a thing? Beach? But I could be wrong about that. I've never tried that. My PS4 saves are not available on this version. That's all I know. And that's just because I've never tried transferring them. So. Okay. So, different sections will lead you to different outcomes. So... And it's all based on screens on the map I have. So, yeah. There is actually a section where you will end up at the first, the first, I like to call it the first checkpoint. So, I don't want to get, I don't want to get caught by that one, so we're going to go one screen down. Yeah. Okay, so in here, I can't carry any more items, because of course not. Okay. Inventory limit, it's showing its face again. Oh, I just traded a healing breeze for a healing breeze. If I come here... Actually, let's see what I can get rid of here. No, I should hang on to the Spirit Potion. Let's get rid of Rave Twister and Gushing Magma. I don't need those. Okay. That's why I pointed out the I did not try thing, Beach, just to cover my bases, because yeah. Okay, so the map goes A. Damn it. Okay, so we covered A, we covered B. A according to this map was actually the Moon Serenade, and the Healing Breeze that I got just before it, that was B. So now I'm going to head for D. There's a lot of decent items of useful items in Death Frontier if you're willing to take the time and effort to go get them. They are very lucrative items. So if you go down here, and then over here. Oh no, that is where I want to go. I just want to get this first, which is a healing fog. And then slide down here. Oh, I already got that. That was the healing rain that I picked up there. E, as I will show off, is actually where you can restore yourself. I should check the totals. Ah. Ah. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh. Okay, let's not plug that in all willy-nilly. There we go. Alright, nice. It was not that wet. Got it. Awesome. Oh. Or maybe it was. Yeah, shit. My charging cord, Beach. Damn it. Mm. Okay. Fine. Let's try a different cord then. Oh my god, it's in the frickin' charging port. Oh, wonderful. Just fucking wonderful. This is just the day of issues, isn't it? Oh my god! This is gonna piss me off because my phone is in need of charging. So we're just gonna sit here and just fucking have a constant air source on it. Come on. Ah. Yeah. That's a fair point. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, if I use this one, it's fine. Okay, gotta go get a new cord then. And my food's almost here, so I am going to go wait for it. I will be right back. Okay, my apologies on all that. Oh, one more thing. Okay, is that everything? Can I eat now? Okay. I think I'm good to sit down and eat now. Oh. Anyways, fun first hour, huh? Okay. Oh, god damn it. Okay, never mind. We are just gonna keep it on that charger. Wonderful. Alright, well, at least I have one charger. Give me a sec. Can I go? Because, yeah. Salisbury House, for if you're wondering, Beach. Oh, that's good. Yeah, all that's good. Yeah, that's all good stuff on your OC mode there, Neko. Alright. Now... I don't even know where the hell I am. Okay, I know where I am now. Yeah, I know where I am now. Okay. Alright. So, I can either go that way, or I can go down there for recovery spring. I think I'm just gonna move on. So, we have passed through Area 1. So, we have arrived at my third and final grind spot, by the way. This place, I usually grind out all additions, all physical levels to 30, that usually takes the longest. And I usually get everybody's Dragoon up to level 5 as well. Obviously, because this is a no grind run, well, I'm I'm not going to do that. However, I am going to show off all the lucrative items that are available here. The spiky beetle, the dude that the sandworm was paired with, he can drop attack balls. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab that. $45 more moon strikes. Wow. Only 6 more cool boogies. And 31 bone crushes. Alright then. So, first oasis. There are 2, specifically. Technically 3, but you get my point. It's refreshing. So, who's ready for a triple story negative, huh? Here, no monster, we can rest now. What will the Winglies and Ulara know? They should know the way we, or at least I, should take. So there's no need for you to come. Now, that's pretty stupid from Rose. Okay? Unless you think this is another, Now, okay, when I was bitching out that scene in Daybreak 2, I was more on Van's side than the rest of Arkwright Solutions, because they were all being conclusion-jumping morons. I stand behind my convictions, and every time I look over that scene again, and on the VOD, it's like, no, I stand behind that even firmer. Fuck Arkwright Solutions in that moment. But as much as I am on, I'm not completely on Rose's side here. I understand her position. Because her position makes perfect sense to me. Remember, we just found out that Rose is the Black Monster. Which means at least 2 of the party members have reason to hate on her right now. I would argue Dart more so than Miranda, but still. Especially considering I'm pretty sure at the time AIM Rose was destroying meat. The Miranda's dumbass of a mother was bitch of a mother was abandoning her. Oh, that's gonna get even dumber when we get to the final dungeon, by the way. Just letting you know. But as much as I am not really on Rose's side right now, there's someone whose side I am even less on. Actually, if it's actually true, what Haschel is thinking is true, because of the lullaby back in Fernie, There's three people that should hate Rose's, that have cause to hate Rose's guts, and it goes in the order of Miranda, Haschel, Dart. I would argue. I would argue. Now the funny thing is, this is a story about letting revenge go. It's actually one of the main themes of the game. That's why she brought up the point of, revenge, war and revenge are humans enter insanity when they go to whatchamacallit. When they go to war or when they seek revenge. Hinge, right? Minor spoilers here, but Dart has already let his revenge against the Black Monster go. Meanwhile, Miranda decides she's gonna say shit like this. Are you still saying that? Don't you understand it's no longer a problem for you alone? You just found out a couple of days ago, and now you think you can judge me? Again, I'm not fully on Rose's side here. I think Rose needs to quit being so stoic. But then there's this part. It's not as easy as pursuing one Wingley. You say it was easy? Don't be so conceited. I'm going to say something that's probably going to oust me, but I'm going to say it anyway. Conceited my fucking ass, Miranda. Let me explain why Miranda saying, "Don't be so conceited," is a load of fucking bullshit. Alright? You ready for this? How much damage did Lloyd do? That's the simplest question I can answer. Also, how long has Miranda been around? Let's see. She was with us for going to the Forest of the Wingleys, which also led into the Forbidden Land, so I'm going to count that as one dungeon. Then there was the Mountain of Mortal Dragon. Then there was Keshua Glacier. Then there was technically the Snowfield and Velweb, which I guess we'll count as 2. 5 dungeons. She was with us for a quarter of a disc so far. Now, I know I've said this earlier, and I stand behind this, but imagine if that was Shauna saying that. Imagine if in a moment of anger, Shauna yells out, "That was not easy!" And just screams all of the damage that Lloyd has done. The war, taking me away to Helena, killing Lavitz, and she's like practically in tears, screaming this all out at Rose. And then it causes Rose to kind of revolt a little bit. Like, not revolt, that's the wrong word, but like flinch. Like, she flinches at that because it's like, Because one, it seems out of character for Shauna, even though it would make perfect sense because, oh, build up, 3 fucking discs of build up. Up. And and so then and so she gets super pissy because again, she'd have reason to say, "Don't be so conceited." Because to her, that was a goddamn nightmare and a half. To Miranda, this is a fucking Tuesday. Oh. I have always hated this moment so much. And honestly, I should call this Dragoon Miranda syndrome. Because instead of, Ava Oscar syndrome or whatever I call it, right? And the reason is very simple. The reason is very, very simple. We're supposed to be on Miranda's side because she has a sympathetic backstory. I hate this character so much. I didn't have it up before when I was ranting about Miranda. That was just par for the course, you know. That's just normal. Like, I'd be in control enough that I could at least, you know, hear an argument, right? Funny enough, I don't hear any defense of Miranda, like, at all. Well, that's not true. I've seen one video that I guess doesn't really defend her, but it doesn't rag on her as much as I do. At least we're in agreement about the later scene, but that's beside the point. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to watch that again. Long ass video though, so. But yeah, no, I've always hated this scene. I gave it a double last time, and it's like, no, I'm not pulling my punches. It's a triple. Stop it. It won't lead us anywhere. Rose, nobody can understand the weight of fate that you have carried, but we can at least lighten the burden for you. That's another thing. That's another reason why I like Albert, by the way. He's diplomatic. He doesn't say that Miranda is right. He literally tells Miranda to shut the fuck up. And then immediately offers a counterpoint to Rose. You know, doesn't yell at her, doesn't tell her she's dumb. He just says straight up, nobody can fully understand what you're going through, or the weight that you carry. Let us help you carry that weight. And that's all he says. He doesn't make some grandiose speech. He just says point blank, let us help you. Now, I just realized something. It can be seen as hypocritical of me, because I have gotten snippy before, right? Well, here's the thing. I don't physically assault people just for saying, you know, my reaction to this would have been like, oh, come on, Rose. Rose, we're here to help you. Even after all the damage I've done. I mean, I'd pawn. I would if Zeke hadn't have fucking smashed Lloyd, I would have pawned him off on Wink. You know, got him to atone for all that he's done. Well, letting us help you, that'll atone for these sins, you know? Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, because I was in shock of it, but I wasn't like mad. I was just like, you gotta be kidding. Now, is that because Rose was a waifu? Yeah. But I didn't immediately throw her under the bus. Because I actually have a brain. Moving on. That's why we're going with you. If you have the strength to argue, we can go on. There's no other way, is there? I love that Dart appeals to her too. Like, do we have an alternative? Because it kind of feels like he kind of is willing to hear an alternative, you know? It's just, what other alternative do they have? And that's what I like about Dart. You can already tell, just from that, honestly, that yeah, no, he's left his revenge behind. I mean, think about it. He's not getting pissy with Rose. And like I said, he has every reason to. More so than pretty much any other party member, he has reason to be royally pissed at Rose right now. But he's not. Why? Because Dart is a good person. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Lavitz is the reason why he's able to do that. Like, just straight up, that's why Dart is able to do that, because of Lavitz. Lavitz basically learned from killing Graham that he felt empty after Graham died. And that's why he tells Dart, revenge gets you absolutely fucking nothing, man. That's what I learned from killing Graham. And, you know, even acknowledges, yeah, I wanted revenge. I got my revenge. And now I feel hollow. That's why Dart is struggling to... Oh, that's why Dart is struggling to let his hatred of the Black Monster go. Because he's gotten to know Rose. Yes, she's cold. Yes, she can be snippy. She can be snippy and harsh and blah, 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 blah. But a monster? No. Also, fun fact, Legend of Dragoon and Xenoblade Chronicles 1 have an interesting connecting point. Anybody know what that connecting point is? hint. I basically just brought it up. Okay. Hey! She got her blue sea dragon. Nice. Power down. Okay, if we fall here... we can grab a Sun Rhapsody that I just used. Ah! That's actually funny. Alright, so now, what we want to do is we want to come this way. We want to go up. I'm gonna have to consult my notes in a minute. Because there is actually one thing. Actually, I want to go this way. And actually, there's a better and actually, what's funny, Beach? What's funny? You want to hear something funny, Beach? There. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's actually a later moment that is actually even more of a. Oh God! When this comes up, it would be perfect to have the Snippy Wolf warning up. Bandit shoes. So there we go. All right. There we go. We are now done. So now we can just leave the Death Frontier. With Maru's cool boogie at level 5. And Moonstrike only at level 2 because I haven't used it this entire dungeon. Come on. Alright. We're gonna get out of here first. Before I consult my old notes and see where I was on the... see where I was on this. Because up here is the exit to the Death Frontier. And now we get our final map theme. That's another thing I like. The fact that you can tell where you what chapter you're on just based on the theme music. I've always liked that. Ooh, I gave the Death Frontier a gameplay positive last time. You know what? I think I agree with that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it out loud. So let's go ahead and give a... no, not story positive. Or story negative, rather. That I'm still in the story negatives. Let's give the Death Frontier a positive. So, I'm going to agree with past Alex. Gameplay positive. Let's explain this a little bit. First and foremost, not to put too fine a point on this, but you control the encounters in there. It is on you what you encounter, where, and when. Is it a maze? Yes. Yes. Does it feel a little walkthrough-itis-y when you go through it? Yes. But here's the funny thing. It's not that walkthrough-itis-y. And if you pay attention, you will always be making progress. So unless you just rush without thinking, you're not going to fall into those whirl sands. Now, as I showed off, you kind of want to go into some of those whirl sands because of all of the really good treasure that's in it. But, and this is the big but, it's still lucrative. It is still lucrative as hell to go ahead and do that. To have a grind spot that you can go and you can just practice your missions all the live long day. No worries about anything. That's actually how I got good at, not good, because I've been failing all over the place, but that's how I got the rhythm down for Moonstrike. That's where I got, somewhat decent at Hex, how I learned how much I fucking hate Hex Hammer. I loved the Death Frontier, as weird as that probably sounds, because of how lucrative of a grind spot it is. And I stand behind that completely. It is a good, lucrative grind spot. There's a main reason why I usually wait until everybody's level 30 before I leave there. But again, this is a no grind run. So, I am fighting my instincts right now. My instincts are telling me, go to Yulara, restock on items, re-equip yourself, and then go right back to the Death Frontier and just start leveling. Because that's enjoyable for me. And I know some people look at me weird when I say that, but I mean it sincerely. That is just a relaxation moment, right? You just kind of sit back and relax. Am I leveling up like a madman constantly? No. Oh? But that's the funny thing. Usually when I'm at this point, right, usually a lot of my characters are usually like pretty damn close. Like, for example, Rose is usually at least like 4 or 5 levels higher than she is now, even though I kind of put her to the side after a while. Haschel usually at least has Hex Hammer by this point. Wait, just to name one example. Albert is usually like 26, 27, Evan, because I usually bench him like right after right after he joins the party. Maru, usually I have Maru around this level when I enter the Death Frontier. Here, maybe a level or 2 higher, but yeah. In my grind everything file, which is the other one, she's actually got Cat's Cradle right now, and I'm kind of working on that. Mostly courtesy of the Ultimate War God, but you get my point. I really like the Death Frontier as a grind spot. So, Spring Breath Town, Yulara. Let's do this. Even if an adventurer is lucky enough to make it through the Death Frontier, nobody can proceed from here. Time was stopped for me 11,000 years ago with the spell of this choker. And this is the only way to see Yulara, the Spring Breath Town. But where is it? The only thing here is an endless desert. No, it's not. Haschel, I sense it. I sense people's feelings over there. We can fly over with this. Are you afraid? I think you are. Maybe. We're standing by you. I know. Let's go. I kind of like that acknowledgement. And she's just like, yeah, no. Welcome to Yulara, the Spring Breath Town. I am the guard of the teleporting device, Karen. I am a good friend of Rose's. Long time no see. Long time? Rose, you are starting to regain a sense of time, aren't you? No, not only that, you have recovered a lot of other things too. Are you the person who stopped time for Rose? No, it was Charlie Frama. She is the person we have to meet now. Rose has been carrying the fate of the world all alone while shedding tears of blood. Can you go with Rose? Karen, stop it. I don't need to force them. I have already settled things with the Black Monster. The only thing left is that I have to complete this journey with my companions. If you understand that, I have nothing to say. I like that. And that's the first time Dart just flat out admits, yeah, no, I've already settled things with the Black Monster. It's done. Time for Miranda to be even more of a bitch. Roses. I think Shauna would be happy to see them. It makes me relieved. And I didn't know you liked flowers, Miranda. I guess there is some woman in you. There is some woman in you. Don't misread me. Roses make me puke. They are just flashy. They don't have any kindness in them. This is her being a cynical bitch. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna give this a negative, though I am fucking tempted. I am extremely fucking tempted to give this a negative because, good lord, you know. Do you know why roses have thorns? It's to bring out their own red using the blood of the people they hurt. They'll do anything for their own happiness. I disagree with that completely, by the way. I've always believed thorns to be a defense mechanism. I mean, Diablo 3, thorns damage. Do I even need to explain that? Beej, I hope you at least, if you're still there, appreciate that reference. I know if Compass was here, he would appreciate that reference just perfectly. He'd be like, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you know? Because thorns are not out to inflict damage to the enemy in and of themselves. They are not an attack. They are a defense. You moron. Yeah. You know, honestly, I've never been able to trigger the super optional New Game Plus fight at Rexor. Which sucks, because I absolutely love the character who it's against. But, yeah. I won't spoil for, I won't spoil if you don't want me to, but yeah. You technically already know. Okay. Okay. You know what? That's always what I miss, because I have I always have it at 10, but yeah. Yeah. No. You know what? Fair. Raxor. Fair. I forgot the achievement said it, so that's kind of why I was just like, I don't want to be a dick and just spoil things, because I would like to think I'm not a dick. See, this is why I put the Snippy Wolf warning up. Why I put the Snippy Wolf warning up when I'm in a bad mood. Because I don't like being a snippy asshole to people who don't deserve it. Wow, I'm actually turning up at that. Holy crap. Sorry. Oh. I'm oversensitive. You know what? I think that's my issue. I'm oversensitive. Now, to be fair, there's a reason for that, but let's not get into that. Okay, real talk. I'm not used to being complimented. that I say it's because I'm oversensitive, but I think it's just I haven't been complimented that much in my life. So when somebody actually genuinely gives me a compliment, like you just did, Raxor, thank you. Just straight up thank you. Let's move on. I don't need to be here. I could make a joke about that, but I'm not going to. I think it's this way for. Yes. Okay. I love that the shops have their own music. That's actually kind of nice. So, we have the Fairy Sword, which gives 50% more SP, as if Dart needs that. Arrow of Force, I don't even know why I'm bothering getting that. Thunder Fist, which is probably the dumbest weapon in the entire game. So for sacking 5 physical defense, you can increase the escape rate, that's the avoidance rate, of both magical and physical attacks by 5 points. That's actually pretty good now that I'm reading that out loud. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of the soft boots. I'm gonna get rid of the spirit ring because I don't need it. Both spirit rings. Therapy ring I'm gonna hang on to. The dancer's ring I'm gonna hang on to. The soul leader I'm gonna hang on to as a nuclear option. The tiara can go away. Gladius I need to equip. Oh, right, I gave up that. Mind Crush can go, because that's done. Virulent Arrow can go, because that's done. And Brass Knuckle, I guess, can go. Ugh. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. I'm gonna save the Sekat for one specific thing that I actually want. Might become a moot point, but meh. Oh yeah, this is where you can get a whole bunch of interesting things. Also, yes, you can come back here and get these, by the way. Which actually helps with trying to farm, a specific, well, actually 2 specific, unique monsters. So, because there's one that can only be damaged by poison damage, and then there's another that can only be damaged by, confusion damage, which is just okay. Miata, where's Charlie? You're wondering because you would normally be taking care of these babies, right? Charlie is preparing herself because the things we didn't tell you about, right? Zeke told you them, so it must just be about the moon signet. Tell me what you know. The signet is the signet sphere. The signet sphere is a sealing device that was created to be the last barrier, just in case the Moonchild reached the moon that never sets. Even my mistake was in your plan. You really are scary people. Even more scary is Zeke. He is trying to destroy the signet sphere using the divine moon objects. Wait a minute. You made the signet sphere just because you were afraid of the birth of the god of destruction. Why did you make tools that can destroy the signet? Ask Charlie. It was decided between the siblings. Yeah. That is one thing that was kind of huh. Now, we'll learn that it only takes a significant amount of magic power. We literally saw that with the Divine Dragon, but there you go. I will. There's one more somewhere. I know where it is. I think I do, anyway. There it is. Alright. So now there's only one Stardust left in the entire game. And we're going to have to progress a decent chunk of the way in order to get it. And then we'll be able to go and deal with Faust. It'll be interesting to see how I do against Faust, I'll be honest. Oh, Rosie, darling, I've been waiting for you. I don't need your greetings. You know what I wanted to ask you. Oh, you're scary. But before that, can you introduce me to the son of our dear Ziggy? This is Dart. Doesn't he look just like our Ziggy? But Rosie, honey, it's complicated. You have to fight with the son of someone who used to be your significant other. And furthermore, the enemy is the significant other. Do you want me to give you a knuckle sandwich? I mean, to be fair, that is an appropriate response for just throwing that out there all willy-nilly and casually like that. It's like, no, you don't need to remind me that not only did I used to be lovers with our enemy, but our enemy's son is standing right there. No, you don't need to remind me how fucking complicated this is. Hell, in another reality, he'd be calling me Mom, for God's sakes. Ooh, that'd be an interesting AU fanfiction, now that I'm thinking about it. And we could even change it so that Dirt doesn't die. Although we'd have to come up with a different reason for Rose to have her time stopped for her. Ooh, that could be an eternal lovers thing. Yeah, that could be interesting. And I don't know. Then we could have, I don't know. Then we could have Z go nuts. That's like he does, and then it's like, oh. And then he starts, trying to find a way to grab the crystal sphere and then take it to the moon that never sets. Actually, yeah, that's an interesting idea. That's a lucrative idea. The Rose, a Rose, it was his tart's mom, AU fan fiction. I could work with that. Although, I guess we could just make somebody else the Black Monster. Oh. But that's a good question. Who would we make the Black Monster? Sorry, honey. But I'm really concerned, so I'm intentionally making it happy and delightful so that you won't be depressed, Rosie, sweetheart. You have never changed. Charlie, if you know, please tell us. Where should we head to? Really, you have the same eyes as Ziggy. I know, I have been waiting for you in order to tell you everything. Now, what would you like me to tell you? About the Signet Sphere. I'll start there. Ziggy is trying to break the signet of the moon that never sets with the magic power of the divine moon objects. That signet is the Signet Sphere. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about this. I have to apologize. I missed the Moonchild, Shauna. But you still have time. The signet of the moon that never sets is not broken yet. Where are the remaining signets? In the past, they were placed in 5 cities, but there are only 3 left. That's why they needed the same number of divine moon objects. What happened to the other 2? One was destroyed in the royal capital Cadessa during the Dragon campaign, and the other was lost when the divine dragon assaulted the Crystal Palace. Does this mean without the divine moon objects, the Signet Sphere can be destroyed? The divine moon objects are just tools that conceal vast amounts of magic power, that's all. So in order to destroy the Signet Sphere, having the same amount of magic power as the divine moon objects is sufficient. My dad knew about this and made Lloyd collect them. It doesn't seem like him, and it's so indirect. Plus, something is weird. I wonder how Ziggy even knows about the Signet Sphere. Nice little foreshadowing, by the way. Just pointing that out. I'm not even going to say what it's foreshadowing, but I love that as a bit of foreshadowing, because that is kind of a, yeah, wait a minute, how the hell does he even know about it? Right? Because what's funny is I always imagine that was a question poking in the back of most people's minds who played this back in the day. Like, wait a minute, how did he even find out all of this? Rose didn't even know, and she worked directly with the sister of frickin' Melbu Frama. So, what? Not only that, he knew that Shauna was the Moonchild. About the moon that never sets. It's the 108th fruit that the divine tree dropped. It was conceived with the god of destruction that ends the world. That's why we separated it into the soul and flesh and sealed them away. My baby brother Melbu sealed the soul, which was the source of magic power, in the crystal sphere. But when he fought with Ziggy, it was broken. Then the soul escaped from the crystal sphere and started to transmigrate into a human body. Since then, it has been called the Moonchild. What is left in the sky is the moon that never sets. When the moon that never sets goes back to the moon, when the Moonchild goes back to the moon that never sets, the Viraj embryo, the god of destruction, will be born. So we needed our Rosie to take on an important task. Please understand her. Tell me about my father. You're concerned, aren't you? Why does he have to destroy the world? Sorry, but that is the one thing I don't understand. But he was unmistakably Zeke. I mean, okay. I'm just gonna point this out that I will go ahead and I will say I kind of understand Rose not noticing, because remember when Zeke took off the Diaz mask, as that was the first time Rose had seen him in 11,000 years. So I think we can let that pass, you know? And ditto Dart. 18 years and he was only, what, 5 years old at that point? Yeah, I think we can let that slide. Ziggy was the fiancé of Rose. They crossed both swords and love. Just looking at them made me feel embarrassed. Stop right there. I want to talk alone with Zeke about our memories. I agree. Yeah, let's not talk about my dad's past love life, shall we? This isn't Blue Wolves OC mode. After all. It's a joke I make, because in my self-insert fan fiction, it's like, my kids loved poking fun at my love life the whole time. Anywho. So, why make items to break the signet? Why make the Divine Moon objects that can break the signet sphere? That's right. If you weren't planning to allow the Virage Embryo to be born, you wouldn't need them. I didn't want to, but my baby brother Melbu insisted. That's not an explanation, Charlie. Oh, you are so uptight, but okay, I'll explain it to you. I told you that we sealed the soul of the Virage Embryo in the crystal sphere, right? It's in order to draw out lots of magic power and rule over other creatures. I wanted to make him stop being a dictator, because even though we have different appearances or capabilities, we are the same. We should be able to live together on good terms. That's why I created the Signet Sphere, in order to weaken the magic power of the Crystal Sphere. Rose, without telling you, in order to weaken the Signet Sphere without telling you. The 5 signets that protect the moon that never sets restrain the magic power that flows from there. My operation was a big success. I thought, anyway. But Melbu found out about it and created the Divine Moon objects. I guess he was prepared so that he could destroy the signets anytime he wanted to. I get it. That actually makes sense, that Melbu would effectively created them as a means of yeah, you're gonna weaken my power? All right, I'm gonna create 8 objects where I can literally break that seal anytime I want, because screw you, I am that powerful and arrogant. Where are the rest of the Signet Spheres? That's right. That is the most important information for you, isn't it? Because Ziggy has the Divine Moon objects, he can break the signets anytime. Listen carefully. The rest of the 3 Signet Spheres are located in the ancient cities. The names of the cities are the Magical City Aglis, Lost City Xenobatos, and the Death City Mayfill. Also known as irritating dialogue, fucking terabad gameplay, and creepy as fuck area. And the creepiest fucking area in the game. I really don't like the gameplay of Xenobatos, I'll go ahead and say that. I'm kind of half joking with the whole bad dialogue in the Gliss thing. I'll leave that alone for now. We'll judge it as we go through. Those cities are still alive? It's surprising, isn't it? Of course, they were badly damaged during the war. How do we get there? Go to Rogue, then your way will open. You said Rogue? That's my hometown. See, it's already open, isn't it? Well, it'll be night soon. Why don't you go look around until tomorrow morning? Don't worry about me. Go take a walk around Ulara at night. Oh, Dart Darling, are you going outside? Everybody left a little while ago. Thanks, Charlie. I totally needed to know that. I mean, I'm just being silly at this point, but yeah. Ah, Moon Serenade. Well, I mean, I won't argue with a free 100 gold. Not that it's gonna matter. I'm not gonna be able to get either another Legend Cask or an Ultimate War God. Now our way is opened. Shauna will be there soon. Rose. You really forgive? Don't say anything. It's already in the past. I kind of unironically love this scene. Because this is Dart putting his character arc... Like, okay, when he went ahead... And I'll go ahead and I'll say this. Yes. I should have given this a positive last time to story. I really should have. And I'll explain why. This is the completion of Dart's character arc. His character arc has concluded at this point. No, seriously, it has. Now, what's funny is you could argue, well, he still got character stuff later. Yes and no. See, the character stuff is basically just... It is kind of the duh stuff, right? Like, the most we get is maybe a test of courage. And the rest of it is basically just a results screen. So I'm actually kind of okay with it. What I unironically love about this is, how do I phrase this? There's a lot of nuance here. It's kind of interesting how much nuance is on display here. And that's the interesting thing about this game. Nuance is all over the place in this thing. Hey, it never beats you over the head with the obvious stick, right? A lot of it is subtle. A lot of it you kind of need to read into. But once you actually start peeling back the layers and you start thinking about it, you're like, right? Because it's one of those things where the lucrative nature of the nuance is it gets you thinking, because it asks you to think, right? It asks you to kind of think about, what would you do, for example? Would you be able to let your revenge go, even though you know it's going to give you absolutely nothing? Could you, and then there's other things like, could you become a villain to save the world? Knowing that it's not even a Code Geass situation. We're not talking, Lelouch and Code Geass, where some people consider you a hero, whereas the fascist evil you fight is going to see you as the villain. No. No. Could you become the villain even though you know everyone's going to see you as the villain? Universally. You are the bad guy. Capital B, capital G, and that's all anybody's going to see. Nobody's going to know or care about the nuance. Could you do it? Could you do it for 11,000 years? Every century, once a century, every century, for 11,000 years? Oops. Could you do that at 100 and over 100 times? Knowing that every time it happens, you gotta wait 108 years for it to come around again. Then you gotta become the bad guy again. I don't know if I could live with that. Especially not for that long, but I don't know. And it also circles back around to immortality as well. Could you become immortal knowing that that's what you're going to be? Which is funny because if you pay attention, Rose doesn't fully accept it. She's steeled herself, yes. Doesn't mean she likes it. As this cutscene will show, at least that's my interpretation. She's done this, 100 times before. Of course, this is the way she would want it to end. Take your sword. You have become strong. You can take care of yourself. Kill me. Of course she would want to die. Why wouldn't she? But Dart is not that kind of person. Revenge doesn't generate anything. Dart is past revenge. And that's what makes this scene work so damn well. I don't even know what I was thinking not giving this scene a positive last time. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a triple. Hmm? Oh, sorry. Oh. Anywho, sorry about that. Rose is asking me, why a triple? Because it says everything it needs to about Dart's character, and then some. The Black Monster is dead now. We only have a companion who is on the same road. And that just says it all, doesn't it? And again, they don't have to say, Dart doesn't have to say, I'm above revenge now. He doesn't even need to make the revenge bad speech. I mean, yes, Lavitz did. He absolutely did. But the funny thing is he was only saying that to impart that onto Dart. And then Dart took it and he ran with it. Which, yeah, I'm with it. I missed the time you were chased by Fairbrand in the forest. Me too. And I didn't know anything back then. The world is so frail. The world is created so that it can perish at any time. The creator Soa can recreate one any time. But the people living there can accept it, believing it is fate, or struggle against it. I struggled in order to protect this world that was taken back by friends who gave up their lives. I told you, you are no longer alone, Rose. Dart. Let's go see everybody. This is just the beginning. Okay, you know what? Let's get the story negative out of the way first. Because as much as I was praising that scene with Rose in the Death Frontier, I have to bitch this out. It's not true. The reason why I hate roses is because I see my mother in roses. So that's why you stereotyped every single rose that you've ever seen, to be a thorny bitch. You know, Miranda, I hate to use this example, but this would be like if a black guy punched me, I suddenly started saying that all black people are violent psychopaths. I don't think that, for the record, but that is basically what she's saying. No, she's not racist, but I guess she's plantist? I don't know, whatever. Point is, has bad mentality. I'm supposed to excuse your bullshit because your mom abandoned you. No. No. And the sad part is that unlike Asuka from Evangelion, she never gets better. Because in the actual TV series and in the manga, by the way, in multiple continuities of Evangelion, Asuka's bitchy persona melts away. Eventually. Miranda doesn't get that. She gets like one moment later, but that's it. No. And yes, I did just say Asuka from Evangelion is better than Miranda. I stand behind that statement, by the way. And that's me. An Evangelion hate boy. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm a fucking hate boy for Evangelion. I fight against it, but that's also why I try not to talk about Evangelion. Mother never looked at me directly. It was as if she was hiding something from me. Never coming up again, by the way. And she beat me up. Because we just gotta add child abuse to that. I didn't know what was going on and why she was doing it to me, but I remember at least one thing. There were always roses on the shelf behind my mother. Why did your mother leave you? Because she was horny for another dude. Dude. No, seriously. That was the reason. We'll get into it later. Sorry, let's not talk about me anymore. It spoils our drinks. Yeah. I don't think so. It's okay to be this way. Life is not always happy. Listening to your story reminds me of my past. About your runaway daughter, right? You are so sharp that it hurts. Miranda, there's a thing called tact. Learn how to apply it. Ah, yes, you were on a journey, searching for your runaway daughter, right? Kind of hesitate and be like, yes, you were searching for your runaway daughter. Or maybe add in the, I hope you find her, and then Hashel can say something like, I've kind of already come to terms. I kind of think I know what happened. That kind of thing. I hate being roundabout. Yeah, that's why you're a bitch. Oh, you guys are here. When are we leaving? Hashel's been drinking so much since he heard we were going to Rogue. That's right, drink a little more and let's leave for Rogue at once. Of course, to save the world. Yeah, give me a drink too. May I join you? I wanted to talk to you, Miranda. Same here. I wanted to put our animosity aside. Off screen. So, we are leaving in the morning. Yeah, we are. What are you guys doing here? We don't know what will happen in the ancient city of Winglies. We need strong weapon. Kongol doesn't care about the leader of creatures. Kongol goes with you to the end. You know, I kind of wish Kongol had more story beats. I really do. I'm not sure what those story beats would be, but I kind of wish they were there. For me too. It is no longer a mere problem of the Moon Gem. I cannot ignore this crisis of the world. You didn't imagine we wouldn't go with you, did you? I didn't. Hurry up if you want to buy humans at Giganto. Your time is limited. We're good. I outfitted everybody earlier. Now the only one left is Maru, and she's all the way over here. Hey buddies, Karen was telling me about the teleporting device. It's not like back home. And when are we going? We already heard lots from Charlie, and we found out where we should go. You're coming too? Of course, without me, the strongest of all, you cannot save the world. Okay, I don't know about strongest, but you do have the strongest edition in the game. No, seriously, there is an edition that where the attack strength on it is 600%. I'm not actually joking. At max level, I should say. I should stress. Besides, I learn a lot following Dirt. Everybody's the same, Gigantos, humans, and Winglies. And I can't stand the destruction of a world where everybody lives. I think for the first time, I agree with Moreau. Is this the first time? Actually, yeah, I think it is. To be fair, she's never really disagreed with you, now that I'm thinking about it. Leave here tomorrow morning. By that time, I'll be prepared so that I can send you all the way to the home of... on the way that goes to the home of Giganto. Who's from here? We can travel that far instantly. Then we might as well go directly to Rogue. Our power is becoming weaker day by day. That is our maximum power. Which is very limited if you think about it. I understand. Take a boat to Rogue. It should have been prepared in the Twin Castle a short while ago. Was there a dock in that castle? I asked King Zyre and had him make one especially. I'm surprised that he listened to a Wingly. There are no humans or Winglies when it comes to the end of the world. I also kind of like the idea of a Wingly comes and tries to be diplomatic to King Zyre, and so he's more receptive to that because it's like the Wingly is coming and being diplomatic. Of course, he's going to just try and be. He's going to try and be a little more understanding, you know? You don't need to thank us. Now it is not too much... thank us. Now it's not too much to say that the mission of the city is to send you off. Yes, And this is one way. This city has been looking after that. This is one way that this city has been looking after the world. Let's go back to Charlie. She must have prepared bedrooms for us. Charlie, what is this? Oh, naive boy, don't you understand? It's a send-off for great heroes. You shouldn't have. Don't be so shy. Rosie, honey, you've been doing really great. Since the soul of the Raj embryo, the god of destruction, was released, you have saved the world, let me see, at least 107 times. Okay, well, yeah, this is technically, I guess this is technically round 108. But still. Actually, let's do some math here. Yeah, the technical number is 11,556. So, yeah, rough estimation. Right? Although, to be fair, accurate dates can be a little, it was around 11,000 years ago, is all we really know. Really, after even being called a black monster? Stop it, the monster has died. Ziggy is serious, and he has everything to give birth to the god of destruction. Only Dragoons can stop him. I wonder what Creator Soa is thinking, like destruction or regeneration. I wonder why it wants us to go through such a painful thingy. We will change fate. Everybody must survive, okay? Now go. Zeeg won't wait for us. Right. I don't think I need to really say too much. So we'll just go ahead and we'll head into the home of Giganto as I give that send-off a positive. Home of Gigantos. It was linked to here. It's been a while. Karen and Gigantos were pals for a long time. Of course, that was when there were still some Gigantos left. There were nice Winglies like Charlie. They weren't all brutal people, unlike the legend tells. and the reception you got in the fucking forest. Yes, we have a reputation for all being assholes, so let's all be assholes. We have to rewrite the book in the National Library. Yes, correct knowledge brings correct conduct. That's after this journey has ended. Let's go see King's Wire. We have to head to Rogue on the Queen Fury. Okay. So yeah, I'm basically going to be guarding exclusively with Maru for now. I'm actually kind of surprised Compass hasn't interrupted yet. Wonder if he's thinking like, yeah, no, I'm gonna give him time. Which would be nice to at the very least have a 3-hour session. Which, to be fair, is only a half an hour away. So if he holds off for an hour and a half, then that's a 4-hour session, which is nice. When have I ever been that lucky, though? I guess I could actually just... No, she's not on Cool Boogie, so I'll actually just wait. I love that Bone Crush is doing over 1,100 damage to these things, to these guys. These guys have like a couple of hundred at most, by the way. That's why that's so amusing to me. I should also mention, since we're going through the Valley of Corrupted Gravity, this is not the last time you can hit Lohan, by the way. Your last chance is actually Mayfill. As long as you do not go past a certain point in Mayfill, you won't have to worry about that. Okay. I'm not mentioned on that because I point blank made a point to be like, Hank, and here it is. Proof that I am done. Ah, you bastard. No. Stop! No. Not accepting that. Because that was dumb. Oh crap, am I gonna have to AFK for a bio break? You know what? I'll give you guys the battle music and then I'll AFK for a bio break. Alright, I'm gonna AFK for a bio break. I will be right back. Alright, let's continue. Ugh. Freaking battle race. Alright. I guess I'll check Discord, see if there's anything. Nope.
Yes. Go.
Ah! No, won't accept that. Ah!
Yes. Go.
Like I said, won't accept that.
Yes. Go. Go. Go.
I've already put the cheat flag up. I might as well just start. Might as well just stop piss sticking around. And at this point. Okay. I should check where Moonstrike and Bone Crush are. Moonstrike is at 38. Bone Crush is at 58. Oh my god. Oh, long time no see, folks. You are free to come and go as you wish. I kind of like that long time no see bit. I know Sega's obsessed with that line, but still. Dart, I've been waiting for you. What is this? We're seeing you off. We received a message from Charlie. Her name was Karen. Everything is ready for going to Rogue. The world must not be destroyed. Even if it was the intention of the Creator, we are still alive and living. I beg of you, please save the world. Commodore Bueller is waiting for you in the basement to carry our hope. So long. We could go explore, but I'm just gonna get right into it. Ah, you're here. Everyone looks confident. Although you are going into to an unknown land, there is no hesitation or wavering. Actually, it's my home village. A man of the sea isn't bothered by those little details. Anyway, we are ready to go. We absolutely have to stop the crazy conspiracy to annihilate the world. However, we should never give up rescuing our loved ones either. Let us be going, Dart. The ocean awaits you. I knew that line was somewhere. The Commodore makes it sound simple, but I assume that this time it will be a long journey, won't it? Yes. Then I think you better get what you need from the city and come back. Thank you. It's okay. I'm happy to help you, Dart. Besides, please rescue Shauna. We give you our promise. Of course we will. I'll be waiting for you on the boat. Let's go. I made all my preparations back in Ulara, so let's get going. Been waiting for you. Are you ready? Yes. Now we're leaving. Alright. So here we are in the other side of Feltz. Ah! The first encounter, Rainbow Bird. And immediately he runs away. God damn you. I wanted to show that off, damn it. Rainbow Bird is actually pretty lucrative. I don't think it gives you any gold or X, but it does give you a very good equip. No, I want Moonstrike.
Yes. Go. Touch. Go. Go.
There we go. Okay, I kind of... Alright, you know what? One more. See if I get it. Okay. I got it. Good. Alright, now don't run away the first fucking turn. I hate that about the unique monsters. And the reason being is that this is the one I wanted to throw the Cicada at. Wanted to get the Cicada out of my inventory, damn it. Oh, it does give you X. It only has a chance to drop the rainbow dress? Alright. I'm farming it with rewinds. Wow, it really doesn't want to give that up. Well, crap. Ah, well, whatever. Let's just head into... And let's just head into Rogue. Wow! Sail ho! Been a long time. I wonder if anybody remembers me. Haschel? Yeah, it's me. Well, it's been maybe 20 years? You've been gone for such a long time. How have you been? I was looking for my runaway daughter, but I gave up on it. Claire, huh? I feel sorry to hear that. And who are all these people? Well, are they your new pupils? No, they are my friends. I'd like for you to get to know them. But we don't have time now. I have something important to talk to you about. Alright, come up. I'll listen to you. Come on, get over. The floor is going to give way. So if we come up this way, there's actually some interesting items you can get from here. So our objective is to talk to, the mayor right now. But we don't necessarily have to do that just yet. We can start by grabbing this. War God's Calling. I really don't get why it gives you that. That is such a useless accessory. Oh, are we? Wait, are we blocked? Yeah, we're body blocked. Oh, it's going that way. Right, so until we talk to the mayor, we can't actually go that way. But I think we can go this way. Yes, we can. In this chest, we have a Satori vest. That avoids stun, poison, stun, and arm blocking. The equip that I wanted to get from Rainbow Bird was the Rainbow Dress. A female equip that does that exact same thing. It's basically the female armor of yore. Then if we come over here, Lil, talk to Martel here. Martel. You folks? You're from this village too, Martel? Martel, now I remember. When I left the village, you were still little. I didn't recognize you. Is she sick? How is she? Not good, but it should be okay with this stardust. Now, I'm starting. I beg you folks, save Lil from her illness. I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed like before I got sick. Lil. Lil. Ma, I can't breathe. Yeah, let's leave them alone. So yeah, when you get 30 or more Stardust, that's the version that happens there. If we talk to her again, oh, it's you folks. Lil has become so much better. But if you find more Stardust, won't you give it to me? I guess it's the partiality of a parent. I want to wish for her so that she won't be sick anymore. Keep your eyes open, will you? Which is funny because over here we have two things. 100 gold and the last Stardust, which was right beside her. Lil. Martel here. Are you sure? Yeah. Thank you very much then. The 5 final Stardust. It reminds me, this one is the 50th Stardust. I made it! I collected all the Stardust in the world! Martel, make a wish quick! I wish for happiness for my daughter. I wish a bright future for my daughter. Lil, I I had a strange dream. There was a woman. She said, "I'll give you happiness." Isn't that it's strange? I'm already happy now. I got my ma and baby brother. That's happy enough, isn't it? I guess you're right. Ma, I can't breathe. Oops, sorry. Thanks to you, not only has Lil found happiness, but I have too. In return for your favor, take this. I feel some special power from this stone, a really special one. It might be useful for your journey. Just take it. Acquired the Vanishing Stone. Thanks a million. I won't forget you about you ever. There we go. And that is the Stardust side quest complete. Now let's talk to the mayor. Hasn't changed a bit, huh? No kidding, this village is forgotten. We rarely have visitors from the continent. All we do is fish and sleep, practice and sleep, practice and sleep. That's about it. Nothing has changed since Hashel left the village. Say, what's cooking? Cooking, you came all the way here. Must be something important, huh? Yep, to be honest, we are looking for the way to the ancient cities. Ancient cities? What the heck are they? Hey, those were towns where the long gone Wingleys lived. Do you know anything about them? Wingleys? What on earth are they? You lost me. You couldn't know. Let me explain. Explain. I do like the idea that the people in Rogue are so. I don't want to say isolated, but like they don't really worry about the rest of the world to the extent where it's like, of course they wouldn't know about Wingleys and legends and and ancient cities and stuff like that. It actually makes a large degree of sense when you stop and think about it. And again, it's subtle. It doesn't have to explain that it's because they basically already told you that it's because they're from that they're not really connected to the main continent, that they don't really get this information. All they focus on is eating and sleeping, fishing and sleeping, practice and sleeping. That's all they focus on. So it makes sense that they wouldn't know about Wingleys or magic power or any of that stuff. I wouldn't even be surprised if they had no idea the Serdian War was even going on. Just to name one example off the top of my head. And keep in mind, that started around the time Hashel left for crying out loud. World crisis? That's a pretty awful thing then. That's why we're in a hurry. Are there any old ruins around here? Things that humans couldn't make. How about this? There's a stick rising out of the sea. Could it be related? Oh, that thing in the sea. Indeed, humans couldn't have made that. Where is it? It's in the middle of the sea, but you can't get close by boat because there's an awful whirlpool. But you can see it clearly from the cliff top. Well, it suddenly came up, so you wouldn't have known about it. Shall we try? Hope it's the one you folks want to go to. I do love that the mayor is just trying to be super helpful. Just right out of the gate. He's not trying to be obstinate. He's just like, I don't know if we can help, but you know what? Here, I'll give you the info whatever info we have, which isn't much. I actually kind of like that, Oh, god damn it. I like that Dart kind of feels bad for interrupting their practice. You know? That must be what the mayor was talking about. There was no stick 20 years ago when I was here. It's huge and more like a tower than a stick. This structure could never be made by human technology. Rose, do you know anything about it? You were there once, weren't you? That's right. Rose is one of the Dragoons who liberated humans. Don't you remember anything? Charlie said the Signet Spheres remain in the Magic City of Gliss, the Death City Mayfill, and the Lost City Xenobatos. If I remember correctly, there was only the magical city of Gliss in this region of the sea. Charlie must have made us come here because she thinks Zeeg will go after the Signet Sphere of Gliss first. Rose, a question please. What the heck is the Lost City or whatever they call it? Hello, what do they mean? I was thinking about that too. The Crystal Palace was called the Birth City too. The Birth City Crystal Palace was a city where babies were selected to be born. Select babies? Those with weak magic power weren't allowed to be born. Maru's statement sums that up perfectly, I think. Selective breeding. I don't even want to touch that. I'll be honest, I don't even want to touch that. And the Death City Mayfill was where the souls of the dead were sent to an infernal world. Wingleys in the past had even their destination after death decided for them. Do you want to know anything else? What about the Forbidden Land? It was the capital of the Wingley world dominated by Melbu Frama. It was the center of politics and the military. That's why it was so damaged. That's the reason why it's the Forbidden Land now. Don't make me say it again. Okay, so she just says the same thing. Alright. Lost City Xenobatos. The Lost City Xenobatos was the city where Wingley laws were made. Publicly, they claimed it was for justice, but in reality, they were laws to judge other species. Also, trials and executions were carried out in Xenobatos. I can easily imagine what kind of trials they were. It gives me the creeps. Yeah, because the trials were, well, let's just say the Cardassians would look at that and go, "Ah, we approve of your trials because we have the same damn thing." And yet the Cardassians would be subjugated by it would be attempted to be subjugated by the Wingleys as well. Go figure. I can eat. Yeah, okay. Magical City of Gliss. The magical city of Gliss was the city where magic was studied. It is astonishing that even though they had much more magic than now, they still study it so deeply. It would never happen now. You are carefree, Maru. You're carefree, Maru. You really know this stuff. If it is a Gliss, how can we approach it? We gotta hurry or Zeeg will get there first. Well, we gotta go by boat. We can't go by boat. We gotta find some other way. Ooh. Mirror Room, a Gliss the Magical City. What's wrong, Rose? We were being watched by somebody. Being watched? What's going on? The sea is splitting. Let's go. I like that Maroon has to go to the one side, and it's like, and then everybody else goes back up to the practice area. Okay then. What is that? The magical city revealed itself. Heschel, is that what you were looking for? It seems like it. Thank God it found us. Now we can go in before Zeke. Let's go. Oh yeah, I forgot that there's actually... I forgot there's shops here. Is there anything I can sell off? Ah yes, the Moon Serenade. There we go. Going there? Arm yourself. I think that's actually a different line than he says earlier. Ooh, we can buy attack badges, guard badges, and Giganto rings here now. I'm only at 44 or 100. Ugh. I'm tempted, but no. Ah, guard badge. That's what she had on. That's why. I figured as much, but yeah. Obviously, I don't want to remove that. Could raise her magic attack. Oh, wait. I still haven't equipped Rose's weapon. Flamberge. So let's see, if I sell all of this stuff, 5, 1K, 1,500, 2,025, 2,275, 4,500 plus this 2,275. That would only be 6,870. And that's if I got rid of all of this stuff. You know what? I actually don't need the dancer's ring, so we will actually get rid of that. And then I think that decreases it. Okay, so... And then that's 1,500. That's 2,025. So, yeah, that should give me the exact same result. Wait, did I add that up right? $1K, 1,550. Okay, you know what? Let's add this up properly then. So 1,300 plus 250 plus 225 plus 250. Yeah, 2,025. And then if we plus that by 48.45, Yes. No, that is the same result. I was just miscalculating. Okay, cool. Okay. Not worth it, in other words. Just straight up not worth it. No kidding. You folks want to put it to sea? Yeah, you are going out to sea, aren't you? We're going to go. You don't you know what's going on? The sea split and weird stuff appeared. That's why we're here. You folks are insane. Oh my god, there's a road formed on the bottom of the sea. It's true. If we take a boat, we can walk from midway. Let's go. There's no need to hesitate. Let's go to a gliss. Oh wow. My phone is fully charged. Nice. Let me see something here. I will have to go grab a new one, I guess. That's okay, though. What's going on here? Magic. Somebody's supporting this with magic. It seems we're invited. It's convenient for us. We have no reason to say no. This door is not locked either. Dart, go ahead and open it. Zeeg will come here to destroy the Signet Sphere. We will have to finally settle things, so I want you to open the first door. I admit I kind of like that. Don't be slowpoke. It's not like you. I kind of like that. We can still go back to Rogue from here, but it's better that we hurry. We're saving Shauna, aren't we? There's no time to hesitate. So this is the magic power. I love this line. I'm just gonna leave this line up for a bit, like I did last time. I can't believe a person exists with such bitchin' magic power. I love that line, and I am absolutely giving that line a positive. Self-indulgent? Yeah. But cut me a break. I am never going to have the opportunity to give this line a positive again. Most likely. Open the door at once. Okay, okay. Alright, let's go. This is the bottom of the sea. What a great view. It was worth waiting this long. Don't forget we were invited by somebody. Otherwise, this will be the last view we see. But it's incredible magic, creating this much space in the water. This city originally was not in such a suffocating place. All the Wingley cities used to float in the air, so it was easier to control the creatures below. And that's how it was until we shot them down. With my dad. Yes, Zeke and me and the five other Dragoons together. 11,000 years passed since then, and now we are here, being here to protect the Signet Sphere. It feels strange to me. What's going on? Sea closed. What? They don't want us to go back. They're playing hardball with us. I mean, at this point, there's no reason to go back anyway, so screw it, you know? What's this? Ruff has been in here forever, Ruff. I only know the view and sound in here, Ruff. Doesn't seem to be harmful. It's Ruff. If Ruff doesn't want to say anything, but it's a message so that it's Ruff. Welcome to the 7 heroes fated to be here, and Rose, those thousands of years I have waited were neither as long as eternity nor as short as a mere twinkle of a star. People who confront their fate with courage. I forget the rest. How do you know my name? Whose message is this? Ruff only knows what Ruff hears, Ruff. Ruff doesn't know anything else, Ruff. Are you on Zeke's side? Answer me or I'm gonna mess you up. Mess you up? Ruff has never seen it and doesn't know, Ruff. Show it to Ruff. It should be some rough stuff, Ruff. Hey, Miranda, this baby didn't do anything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, geez, just the way it's speaking, it's like... I would actually equate it more to like a puppy that just learned how to start talking. Okay, I mean, its name is Ruff, and it's constantly spouting off, saying its name, Ruff, at the end of many sentences. And yeah, he kind of looks like a little puppy, doesn't he? So, yeah. Sorry we scared you. Oh, this baby's made by magic. By magic? There wasn't even such technology during the Dragon campaign. We gotta believe this, cause it's right in front of our eyes. But this baby's totally cute. Ruff is cute? Then you all are not cute, Ruff. But Rose is exception, Ruff. If you're going to treat me as an exception, why don't you take me to the Signet Sphere? It's your own challenge to be by yourself, Ruff. All is for the sake of the psychedelic bomb and moot. Ruff. Ruff is going, Ruff. It's Ruff. Well, we gotta go anyway. I have to admit, despite how annoying Ruff's dialogue is to read out loud, I kind of like Ruff as a character. Then again, I also enjoy anything that leads to Miranda getting chewed out, so I suppose that's indicative. Magical hat. That is actually a pretty useful equip. Yep. So, what that does is it gives you a boost to your magic defense by only 10, admittedly, And then Dart, for example, would be sacking 10 defense because he'd be taking off the dragon helmet. But this will give you 50% more max MP, which at max Dragoon level is 150 MP. You combine this with the amulet, and you have 250 MP. I have actually gone into the final battle with 250 MP before, which is actually kind of just, oh boy, hey, that's a lot of damage that you can clock in on the final boss with that. Moon Serenade. Didn't need that. And yes, the Wingly cities all have the same combat. I guess I should change the name of that in the document. From Forbidden Land battle theme to Wingly City battle theme. Yeah, it's gonna take the next. It's gonna take the next boss before Maru gets her final level up edition, which means I will probably be getting both of the final level up editions at the same time. How's that for irony? And then we'll go ahead and give a triple gameplay negative to the one Hashel's gonna get, because I hate it with a burning passion. Sorry, Fu, if you... we are busy preparing the psychedelic bomb in Moot, Fu. Sorry, Fu. It's all in the message by Ruff. Disturbing our work is too rough. It's been a while since I last came here. It's been a while since I last came here. Don't you think you should be nice to me and tell me more? Ruff has nothing to tell you, Ruff. Ruff has something else to do, Ruff. Sorry, Fu. We are magic creatures, Fu. We are different. We have different roles, Fu. What are you doing here? Preparing the psychedelic bomb in Moot, Fu. You can complete it, Fu. You can become the source of power, Fu. Sorry, Fu. He is coming, Fu. I have to make it in time, Fu. Remember your courage, Fu. He? Let's go. They irritate me. And Blue Wolf has started to irritate me by reading their dialogue out loud. Well, excuse me, bros. I'm reviewing this thing, so I kind of have to. Just get rid of that. Angel's Prayer. Okay, that actually is... That's actually necessary. That's good. Well, I shouldn't say necessary, but like useful. That's what I meant. Another place with useful stuff. So. I think I'm going to disagree with past Alex about the whole gameplay positive for them.
Yes. Go. Yes. Go.
Ah!
Yes. Go.
Oh, bull!
Yes. Go.
Bull.
Yes.
And I don't mean the Minotaur.
Go. Go.
I just realized is I was attacking Minotaur with that. Oh, wow. You have got some health on you. No.
Yes. Go. Yes. Go. Go. Go.
There we go. So yay, Moonstrike is at 41 now, as is, and Bone Crush is at 61. Cool. Should probably mostly guard with Kongol for now, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh my god, really? I admit I kind of like that one. It's like, eh. It's a magic creature too. Don't be mean, Pinot. It's just a message, Pinot. Give me a break. Is everything like this in here? It's Rose, Pinot. You are in the mirror, mirror, Rose, Pinot. It's Rose who's got friends and is in the mirror, Pinot. Stop speaking in riddles. If you have a message, just say it. Don't be mean, Pinot. Savan said, Pinot. Xenobatos, which governs the rightful law, has lost its reason, and Mayfell, which governs over noble death, has been toyed with by devils from the infernal world. This city is no exception. My magic power is deteriorating and cannot prevent the invasion by monsters anymore. The only saving grace is this city's objective is about to be completed. You are the key. I have been waiting for you for thousands of years. Here's come before he comes. Savan, as if he knows everything. We will find out. Yeah, I actually kind of like that idea. Yeah, guard and just exclusively attack with dart for the most part. Obviously, until I get Cat's Cradle. Physical attack barrier. Well, I guess I can attack with Kongol now. Might as well. He still has. Actually, no. Did he get his golden dragon? Hang on. What's his thing? No, he didn't get his golden dragon yet.
Yes. Go. Go. Go.
I know it's weird, but I actually kind of like that when enemies go into physical attack barrier, because it usually gives me an opportunity to get more addition uses than I otherwise would. Whew. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to... once we complete a gliss, I think that's where I'm gonna end for the day. And then we'll continue tomorrow. And then, hey, depending on when the hell I work next, which you guys will probably find out at the exact same time I do, knowing my luck. Either that or you'll know as soon as we start the stream tomorrow. Yeah. We'll go from there. So yeah, that was like, what, 2 uses of Bone Crush and like 4 uses of Moonstrike? Which is good because, yeah, kind of needed, that's 10% of how many I needed. Yeah, that was 4 uses of Moonstrike. And 2 uses of Bone Crush. I was right. Wow, I actually counted properly. Holy crap. Okay. Technically, you can save Heat Blade for up here, but I don't. Because it doesn't really matter. Down here, we have another item I don't have room for. Which was a healing fog. $35 more. Ooh. An opportunity for, well, at least 3 more.
Yes.
Because that's how many Moonstrikes it takes to deal with this thing. Oh, I got a message. Hang on. Ah. I'll just say good timing. There you go. Okay. Alright, so there's Maru being full on SP now. I've already shown off and given the negative for that, so... You know, at this rate, I might actually have Blazing Dynamo a decent chunk of the way before the end. Hell, I might even be leveling it on frickin' Faust. Who knows? Alright, so... Unfortunately, I am gonna have to wrap this up soon. Because apparently... Compass and Steve are on their way to me, and I've got to go buy a bunch of groceries today, so... Interesting. Assortment there. Anyways.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I should check where Moonstrike is at this point. Actually, what's funny is I could literally just stop at any time because, you know, the board has basically has save states. But yeah, I would rather just save at like actual save points because, you know, I didn't have access to those last time. I mean, I know I didn't have access to rewinds last time, but that's kind of beside the point. Pretty sure I also had access to the Ultimate War God last time. I'll have to watch that run and see, because it almost feels like I bent the rules last time, you know? Okay, I think this is actually where I wanted to go first. And I'm right. Another chest I can't of items. Wow, that inventory limit really is starting to rear its head. Oh my god, wow. I honestly don't remember it being that bad, but yeah. Oof. I think it's this one I want. And I'm right. Good. The time has come. The foreseen evil is approaching. But my wish is now hereby accomplished after an eternity. I am Savan, and I am a Wingley fated to wait. The signet sphere you are looking for is safe. It is protected by the last Kraken. You know everything? I know that there is no time left as well. Who are you? What are you going to do? No, what are you going to make us do? I survived the Dragon campaign and continued studying magic to reconstruct a Wingley world. Yes, even making myself immortal. However, the world outside the mirror hasn't required me. The world of Wingleys is no longer desired. I am an immortal body with no purpose. 4,000 years of solitude deprived me of everything, even the significance of life and the meaning of death. But 7,000 years ago, I was saved by Rose. I found the meaning of life in the black monster in the mirror, Rose who now is confronting her fate. I restarted my study for Rose, and its crystallization is this psychedelic bomb and Moot. We will stop the murderous deeds of Zeke, who continues the plan of the Creator, by using the attacking spell, the psychedelic bomb, and with Moot, we will completely seal the moon that never sets. That is the answer to the riddle. No wonder it takes several thousand years. Moot will be completed soon, but in order to activate the psychedelic bomb, I need the courage of all of you. Our courage? It seems that my courage alone is not enough. The psychedelic bomb didn't work, and I guess I don't have any courage. That's not true. You have courage, Savan. Yes, you have been fighting alone for thousands of years, but now we are here with you. Yes, our intention is the same. You have to endure your own challenge, and will pour the courage that is born from them into the psychedelic bomb and activate it. When you are ready, come to me. So, yeah, we'll just say we're ready. Let me tell you, lots of the world's magic was created here. But the newborn magic is a mere hunk of materials. Without heart, the real power cannot be employed. But we have here brave people who can remain just and have the heart to bring completion to the ultimate magic. Please ignite the psychedelic bomb with your courage. Now, proceed to the Chamber of Challenges. So, effectively what this is it's a bunch of... It's effectively some quizzes. Effectively, it's a bunch of character scenes, and then you have to make the correct choice is to max out the courage. And if you do that, you get the strongest form of the psychedelic bomb. The plain psychedelic bomb you get regardless, and that's fine, but there's really only two types, and you really want that second one, because the second one is actually the most potent and powerful. So everybody teleports to their own things, even color-coded, which is hilarious. You're the last. Please be here with me until then. Also, they want to give you a chance to save too. So that way, if you screw up, you can just reload your save and bam, you're here, right? At last, we're starting. No, this will be the end of my role. My fate is waiting as well. So, yeah. With all of that said, I'm afraid my time is up. So, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I warned this would be a short day. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, we complete the psychedelic bomb and see if Savan's plan holds any water. No pun intended. Until next time, this is Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walkers signing out. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.